Going on, y'all? I'm back with another video. It's BP here. Back with another vid today. Somebody had a blowout. Man. But yeah, I hope everybody having a blessed day today. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Spending this short time today. You know, happy everybody tuned in. Thanks. But today's video, I pretty much want to speak on talking about some of the questions you ask when you're trying to get leased on to a company. Some of the things you might want to ask, like if you're coming in owner operator, even some company, as a company, got some questions you might want to ask your employer when you try to go sign on to them. Pretty much you want to ask these people, like when you go trying to apply to work for them, like how's their pay package? Like what do they offer you? Like the benefits on the company side. Like what are some of the perks about working for them? Like some discounts. Do you get discounts on fuel? If you're coming in as an owner operator, what's your surcharge? How does the surcharge go? How do they pay mileage? Do you do accurate miles or you use PC Miler? Do they offer something, if something was to happen to your truck, do they offer to help fix the truck? General small questions like that to go a long way, coming from a person that really, I've been out here a decent amount of time and I've seen some of the best companies and I've seen some of the worst companies, on things like that, of that nature, Pretty much if they can't give you a straight answer on if they, offer those type of, essentials for you, it may not be the place for you. And again, it might be the place that you need to be probably at the time to get you to the next step, It's not to deter you or anything, but those are some of the general questions you want to ask them. And, if they can't give you a straightforward answer on them, they pretty much probably trying to pull your leg. But if it work out for you in your, situation, everybody had different situations. If it worked for you in that particular time of your life, maybe you might want to go ahead, pull the trigger and be there for them, but always keep in your head, this might not be a place you want to put all your coins long term. Might be some short term thing for you. Like on the owner operator side, like if you're going with them, how do they do their routes? Are you able to bring a trailer? Do you pull their trailers? Are you renting a trailer? That's costs. Another thing, if you come in there on the company side, where the location where you gonna be parking the truck. Same if you're on the operator, you ain't got nowhere to park your truck. Do I have to, pretty much what I'm trying to say, do you have to pay to park there, or do you park there for free? Catch 22 on both, Is it secure? You don't want nobody, while you out there, at home on your 10-hour reset, or you on your 34-hour, you don't want nobody breaking into your truck, stealing stuff, and just taking parts off the truck that that goes towards your downtown. You want to keep your truck in a secure lot. Are there cameras there? If you're in a cold climate, do they have hookup spots, to keep your block hot? Things like that. Those are some of the small questions. A lot of employers do offer those essentials. A lot of them don't have them. It's not a big thing if they don't. If you a person that park your truck at home, or you got a secure place that you park in. So, I just say that to say, also, are you, whatever lane you in, whether that be dry van, flatbed, intermodal, tanker, whatever it is that you pulling, are they competing? Are they competitive with their, competitive with they other people in that barometer of what they doing? As I may say, I'm getting tongue tied on my words. I'm trying to place the right words there. Are y'all competitive with other people in that lane, pretty much? And if it's, if it's what it's supposed to be, if they competing and it's good pay for you for what your situation is, I will go ahead, swing the bat at it and see what it is. And, after that first 90 days, you'll know if it's a go or not, depending on how your breakdown is on your check. what they paying you? Are you getting the miles? If they paying you mileage, is the mileage pay what you looking for? Whether that be company or owner operator in your area, that could vary. Like I said, if it's something that's okay for what you in to get you to the next step, still take it. But if it's not nothing that's even, in the same ballpark of where it should be, I'll just go on to the next employer and see what else, it's a million companies out here to sign on with, to try to get what you're looking for. It's not a big deal with it. But those are some of the questions I would ask, like if I was trying to sign on with an employer. Do you get tire discounts? If you're an owner operator, what type of discounts do you get on tires? Because you're going to run through them a damn a dozen. You're going to need tires, the equipment that you pulling, is that equivalent? Are you up with DOT inspections on what you pulling? You don't want to pull no bogus equipment and be getting flags on your CDL, for pulling bogus equipment, lights not working, things like that. Little small stuff. That's like questions you want to ask an employer, like when you try to go at least on with them, sign on as a driver. Do you offer a signing bonus? A lot of companies offer signing bonuses. A lot of people don't offer them. A lot of them say, all right, you get a signing bonus, but it take you a year to get it. Some as short as 90 days. A month you might get it. It just depends on how bad that company wants drivers, So also, if you got a friend there at their job, do they offer a referral bonus for you coming on under your friend? Like, little questions like that go a long way. And also, a recruiter may tell you one thing, but the actual people that's giving you the job, like the terminal manager, will tell you something else. I done seen that happen too. Like a recruiter will tell me like, yeah, I'm gonna get such and such, but when I get that, a recruiter ain't said half the shit they ain't said half, it ain't half the shit that the fucking recruiter told me, the terminal manager. I'm like, man, like, the fuck? So, it'd be like a catch-22. You really want to, pick their brains, as I may say, see where they at in the head, and see how they run things too. Like when you go in there, be not saying be a creep, but like people around the corner, see how they dispatchers are, how they interact with other drivers. All that stuff, man, play a huge factor when you out here trying to sign on with a company. Like, if it ain't the right work environment, it's already stressful enough behind the wheel of these trucks every day. You don't want to, have extra fucking flat back from, your employer. You call your dispatcher, hey, my load not here, and if you need lumper fees and all that, like if you need a lumper, you don't need, them to get an extra hour off your life already on top of the hour you are trying to pick up this load. Like, you want to have somebody that's a straight shooter working in your background, because we can't do two jobs at once, man. Like, you can't do two jobs unless you out here, like I say, you got your computer, you doing everything for yourself, which I'll touch on that in a later video, like with your own authority and things of that, of that nature. But signing on with a company, them like questions you want to ask them. How are you going to have my back when I leave this lot? That's really what you want to know. If that's a come together right there, hey, we good. But if it's a detachment once I leave this lot, it's a circus to get in contact with the right people. I tend to try to stay away from them jobs, because if it's a circus right there, it's gonna be a circus when it comes payday. And once you do the work, you got to get paid. I look at the work got done, I need my settlement. So that was just like a quick little rant on things to ask the employer. Trying to think off the top of my head anything else that I would pretty much ask. The fuel discount, like on my side, being an owner operator, that's the biggest thing with me is fuel. If a company offering is better, I got fuel cards that give me a significant, discount on certain gas stations in my area, with Mud Flap. It's not a paid promotion from them, but they're pretty good. But if you can get, extra already with your employer, sometimes they discounts could be high, higher than what you would get on the fuel card sometimes. It depends on, how long they've been in business and what relationships they got with the fuel station. So It's just like, simple little rant on questions on things. And make sure, if they do pay you mileage, I'll go back to that. Make sure the miles add up for what they paying you. Because a lot of employers that have the miles one thing and say they paying accurate miles, but they really on PC Miler paying you air miles. Like, make sure all those little, I's are dotted and those T's are crossed in what you're trying to, accomplish in your journey of your new employer. That's like some of the things you want to know. And if they can't really come to a solid answer, a foundation answer, once you get there outside of the recruiter, the terminal people, they can't give you a straight answer, they're gonna pull your leg the whole go round. So you take that information with a grain of salt. If it worked for you in that moment, take it. But if it don't work for you long term and you're looking for long term, keep on to the next employer. Somebody gonna be offering what you want. There's a million companies out here once again, like I said. So, that was a quick little rant on, some questions you want to ask going in as a company driver, owner operator, for people who don't know, and how they break down their checks too. Because it could be another thing, like how often do you get paid? Are you getting paid weekly or bi-weekly as a company guy? And on the owner operator side, I look at it like I need my settlement once a week. Like you ain't gonna hold my settlement 2 weeks and then I'm not getting paid. But to each his own on that. In my light, I look at it like an owner operator is supposed to be getting paid every week. Get the job done that week, I need to get paid. So that was just a quick little rant on what I would ask if I was trying to get with an employer. Some of the questions, tips, if you got any questions, drop them down in the comment section below. I'm dropping videos daily. Like this video, share this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one. I love you guys. Thank you for tapping in with me. I'm trying to go up. I'm going up. Subscribe up to me. I'm trying to get monetized, man. I'm dropping jewels every day on this channel. And once again, this is BP signing out with another one. Love you guys. You have a blessed one. See you guys tomorrow. I'm out, man.